This is Cameron, and welcome to the practice log. Alright, well, it's another beautiful, well, it's not that beautiful actually, but it's a Saturday morning. Let's go ahead and get to the chair. Let's talk about what we're gonna do. I'll see you there. I don't know if you can hear that outside, but the jazzers are jazzing on the street. So I usually don't practice on Saturday morning, but I usually do an extravaganza before this. But we skipped it last time, if you remember. So, we're just gonna continue business as usual. It's just gonna be another week of practice logs, and then the extravaganza will happen. Which, by the way, since I didn't make the announcement, I've been doing like a bi-weekly meeting, which was originally like a Q&A/hangout for anybody who wants to join. But there was a consensus in the last one where it'd be kind of fun to try like a masterclass sort of deal. So I will be hosting a masterclass March 29th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's not like required to play, like you can just hang out too. You'll be highly encouraged to try to play something though. And then to show up again, of course, 2 weeks later, and then we'll see if you improve, and you can get feedback from everybody there, and from me, of course. So it'll just be kind of a fun place to play your music and hear other guitarists play their music. It won't be in this description. There'll be a community post on the Thursday, the day before, so just look out for that on Thursday. It's March 29th, so if you check my channel around then, before 6 p.m., look at the community post, you'll see a link there. Alright, cool. We're gonna get into a video today, so I'm not gonna spend too much time in the chair. We'll answer a question maybe tonight or something. That'll be tomorrow for you, of course. But let's go ahead and get to the practicing. Oh, I should talk about what I'm gonna do. Mainly gonna be working on BWV 1001. I've made a lot of really good progress with memorizing the Adagio. I think I might have that today, or at least I might attempt it. And I'm sectioning out the fugue. Even though I have it all memorized, I never really properly sectioned it like you should. So every section I'm assigning like a number to it, and I want to be able to just think through all those numbers and go to like a random one and just know the passage really well. That's good for memory, so if you like have a slip, you can just go to the next section and you know how it starts. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I signed up to play in a master class, not my master class, the one at a guitar festival, and I signed up with the fugue, so I'd like to have that pretty solid. So I'll let you know if I get accepted to do it, because it's not a guarantee. I think that's enough chit chat. Let's go ahead and get to the chair, and I'm gonna bang out some Bach. So I'll see you there. And as I mentioned, it's Saturday. I got kind of a late start. That's why it's almost noon. Alright, well, I'm going to start with scales, of course. I'm also going to hydrate, because I did have a couple of beers last night. It was Friday night. I mean, you saw. I might have had a few more after that log, too. You know me. Let's wash that away. Time to practice. Alright, well, I'll see you on the other side. Okay, I think I'm about ready to call it a morning for you. So, let me bring you closer. Yeah, you're in performance mode. You know the deal. I've been working a lot on the Adagio, but I think I want to give that one more day before I actually try to play all of it from memory. But I can play all of it from memory now. The sectioning has been working well. But today, I'm just going to play the slower Mozart variations for you. Oh yeah, and I changed my strings and lowered my action a bit. That's been nice. Alright, so you know the deal. This is a long one. I'm going to try to not rush too much. I'm going to try to take all the speeds reasonably. So, here we go. was like there were some hiccups in there, but you know, it feels like it's getting more comfy. You know, give that one like another 10 years, and that one should be at a pretty decent level, I'd say. All right, well, I've been playing long enough for you. Let's go do something else. Let's go see what Julian Bream is up to. Whoa, whoa. All right, we're getting back into the Julian Bream documentary. We were just talking about his mother and how simple she was. Those are his words. There was that new word for this kind of music. You know this kind of music? You know what it is. So if you don't want to use that slur, you can also call it the hot club style jazz. That's what I call it.
My father had a number of very good jazz records. The music that really interested me and enthused me was the Hot Club of France.
Woo! The hot club jazz. Yeah, man.
With Stefan Grappelli and Django Reinhardt.
Oh, yeah.
And it was Reinhardt's guitar playing that so stimulated me musically that I was drawn to the guitar like a magnet.
Yeah, dude, when you hear the harmonic minor scale being shredded on by Django in the style of hot club style jazz, yeah, man. A harmonic minor, baby.
I felt his playing was so evocative, so powerful at times, so dramatic, and then other times so lyrical that he seemed to hold within his musical grasp the whole gamut of human expression.
Wow, that's pretty high praise from Julian Bream. Is this Django guy really that good? This fool only plays with 2 fingers. He can't be that good. I got 4 fingers. Yeah, dude. If you're dedicated, you can get a lot done with those 2 fingers, man. I'll tell you what.
My father always had a guitar hanging around the place, and he was off at work in the day. I would pick up the guitar and start playing it, and with mostly open strings, and doing a sort of Barry thing, because I saw my father do that. And then I used to put the radio on and play with the dance band. And eventually, I got dissatisfied with my lack of harmony. And my father had around a book of fingerboard harmony for the guitar by Eddie Lang.
Fretboard harmony. Nothing to it. What even is this? What are we looking at, the cage system here?
And it was something I could work out because it was done, you know, with 6 strings in a line, like a tablature with little dots where you put your fingers on the strings and so forth.
I'm a fan of those, the chord chart looking things. I use those.
But one day, my father
Oh my god, this looks so confusing.
Rather early.
I hate books like this so much. Like, I can't tell you how many students have brought books to me like this, and I'm like, yeah, just throw that away. You don't... What even is this? You can condense all this down to, like, 1 page. I feel like all these books are a scam. All these, like, chord books. Like, fretboard harmony is important. You need a couple of pages to dedicate to fretboard harmony. You just need a list of all the chord formulas, and then just know how to play thirds and fourths across the guitar. And you can pretty much work everything out on your own. And if you work it out enough, if you find stuff that repeats enough, you'll just kind of memorize the chord shapes of like stuff that you see a lot, and then those will just be the chords that you play a lot. And then you can always change them later too. I know that it is intimidating to get into like playing chords though, so maybe the book is good for starting out. I mean, I never started with a book like that, so I don't know.
I'm for it. But he stood in the doorway and he said, "Do you want to play that instrument?" And I said, "Yeah, that's what I'd like to do." He said, "Well, okay, I'll teach you." And so he taught me the rudiments of harmony on the guitar. And eventually, I got so reasonably good, shall we say, at it. When his dance band had a gig, I used to come along with another guitar and sit behind the curtain and play along with the band. Now, that's how I got to know all the standard numbers of the period. And it was a fantastic experience because there was no music and I had to do everything by ear. Occasionally I played a wrong chord. But I mean, after 6 months, I was pretty good at it. And then for my 11th birthday, my father dangled a carrot. He said, "If you pass your matriculation exam, I'll get you a really nice guitar of your own." So I tried hard at my exam, and I think that I passed it. I certainly finished the papers before most other people did. I felt confident, but I failed, unfortunately.
It looks like you got your mom's brain, man. Sorry about that.
And I thought, oh, this is rather sad. Not that I failed, but I don't get the guitar. But my father gave me the guitar nevertheless, and it was a little tiny Spanish guitar, which you played with your fingers. And I thought, "Oh, I can't possibly play this with my fingers, you know."
So I felt too when I got into classical. So I can't possibly.
My father initially felt plectrum.
Wait, so he actually started with a pick?
So I could play it plectrum style because it was gut strung as opposed to a steel string plectrum guitar. And eventually, my father showed me how to use the right hand fingers, because when he played banjo as a young man, he played fingerstyle banjo. And so he knew how the right hand could work to a certain extent. And then he got fascinated by this classical guitar plucked by the fingers. And he decided he'd get himself an instrument too. And then he thought, well, this is marvellous. I can actually learn to play this instrument with my son. And then we got a wonderful tutor, Edwardian Englishman, called Herbert J. Ellis. Both went through this whole tutor together. My father initially made more progress.
Oh, that's how it always goes. It was the same way with my dad too, because we kind of learned alongside each other with electric. And I remember I always hated that he was better than me. And then one day he was not. It was really fast too. It was not gradual.
It didn't take me long to catch up.
Yeah, it happens fast.
After about a year, we were playing duets together, you know, by ear. You know, because we both had a reasonably good ear for music.
God, learning classical pieces by ear and by tab is so crazy to me. And I'm somebody who's read a lot of tab in my day. I know that some people do it. I don't know how. I really love sheet music.
And we used to play popular little ditties like,
"This is how AI optimizes my schedule."
How is
Coming up, so I start by listing the project.
Oh, AI, man, the sun's coming in, huh? Sorry about that.
And setting a deadline. Every task manager does that, but here's where it gets really powerful. Then I set how long I expect that project to take and what priority it is. And
Oh, it
look,
sounds like you're doing a lot of work. The AI's not doing anything.
boom, it blocks out time on my calendar so that I finish it before the deadline. And not just with one project, but with all of my projects.
How many projects? What the heck are you doing, man? Jeez, I don't have. Mine would just be like practice in the morning. God, I wish I'd stop getting emails. Dude, your day is so full. My God. No, dude, 30-minute lunch break? Dude. Market research, and then you eat lunch, and then you go do market research again? Website copy, afternoon slump. You're gonna have a 30-minute afternoon slump. At least you have an hour-long breakfast. Chug a lot of coffee is a 30-minute activity on your calendar. My God. Office small talk is another 30 minutes. Find the emergency shut-off switch 2 to 3 p.m. Is that for the AI? Did it get out of control on Friday?
my father brought home a record one afternoon,
Uh-oh.
and he put it on the turntable,
Oh, God.
and it was the Choros de la Alhambra,
Oh, dude, I'm sure that rocked your world.
played by the great Segovia. I had no doubt in my mind that that was what I wanted to do, to play like that.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Cool. That is a pretty sick piece. Okay, I think we've gone through enough of this so far, though. So let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. We got a little sidetracked there for a bit, but it's okay. Yeah, I'll see you in the outro. Hey, well, if you made it this far, you know, be sure to subscribe. Man, it's sunny out. Oh, I can't wait to go outside. It's gonna be great. It looks like it's cleared up a bit. I'm gonna maybe find some food. I'm gonna scavenge, see if I can eat something. All right, well, if you have any questions about anything, of course, feel free to leave them and I'll answer them at some point. Yeah, and if you want some guitar lessons, let me know. I offer those to YouTube viewers. That's actually the only place that you can get guitar lessons from me now. There's no music store you can find me at, no other website. So, pretty cool. All right, well, anything else? I don't think so. I'll see you tonight.